What accident?
Well, after he heckled Toby, she got so upset she ran out of the building and a street sweeper ran over her foot and severed her pinky toe.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, then after the ambulance left, I found the toe. So I put it in a Cracker Jack box, filled it with ice, and took off for the hospital.
What? You ran?
No, I jumped on the bus. I told the driver, I got a toe here, buddy. Step on it.
Holy cow.
Yeah. Then, all of a sudden, this guy pulls out a gun. Well, I knew any delay's gonna cost her pinky toe, so I got out of the seat and I started walking towards him. He says, where do you think you're going, Cracker Jack? I says, well, I got a little prize for you, buddy. Knocked him out cold.
How could you do that?
Yeah, then everybody is screaming because the driver, he's passed out because of all the commotion. The bus is out of control. So I grab him by the collar, I take him out of the seat, I get behind the wheel, now I'm driving the bus.
You're Batman.
Yeah, I am Batman. Then the mugger, he comes to and he starts choking me. So I'm fighting him off with one hand and I kept driving the bus with the other, you know. Then I managed to open up the door and I kicked him out the door, you know, with my foot, you know, at the next stop.
You kept making all the stops?
Well, people kept ringing the bell.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Welcome back to the show. It is Monday. Like, who cares? Alright, let me turn this music down so I can hear myself think for once. I tried all weekend long to figure out this Skype thing with the Spreaker website that I broadcast from. I swear to God, this is bullshit. I can't figure this thing out. I gotta constantly hold the microphone to the speaker. Alright, you know what? Let me sign in the Skype. I don't know who's going to be on tonight. I haven't heard from anybody. So your guess is as good as mine. Coming at you with a little bit of Tool. That used to be my pickup line to women. Coming at you with a little bit of Tool. Love the Tool. Do unto others as they do unto you. That's the message we get from Tool. Alright, let's see what's going on. I really don't want to stop playing this song. So, I'm going to keep playing it. It's Monday, you know, I got to get back in the groove. I got to get my bearings again. So just bear with me, you know, if I'm not up to par. What are you going to do? You know, it's life. All right, well, the kitties are on Skype, so I guess I'll Skype Lee first. Oh, that's cool.
Hey.
All right, there's Lee. Okay, now...
He's black and he'll kick your ass.
You got that right. And now let's see if Christine's going to join us at the conference call. So, how you doing?
Just got back from the hospital.
What's the matter?
I have a stomach ulcer.
Oh my God! What, from stress?
No, certain stuff. Apparently, my body is not getting. I don't know. It's a combination of shit. But I go in for the annual dude checkup, if you will.
Yeah.
At the end of not this month, the end of next month. I might go in sooner. I just don't have all the money because I'm not currently insured right now, so I'm going to have to find another way to to pay for it.
Can't you do like a payment plan thing?
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know how much it's going to cost because if it's just a general, like a physical, I don't know how much it's going to cost me.
Yeah.
If it's like under like $1,500, $2,000, I can pay for it myself.
Right.
But like for instance, they got to do anything beyond that, I know it can range up in a couple, much higher than $2,000.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to avoid having to do any more payment plans with anything these days. I have so much stuff to worry about. But we'll see.
What exactly do they have to do? Like,
so well, I didn't tell you. Oh yeah, well, about a week or so ago, I had to go to the hospital. I had to go to ER actually. And they did like an emergency, like what the fuck's it called? They took blood work. They did like a normal UA, like a urine analysis type thing, whatever. And they didn't see or catch anything through that. But the blood work, like I said, they identified the iron deficiency and all the other stuff they called out on.
Yeah.
They wanted to double check again if something was up because I guess with some of the tests they ran against the blood work, they assumed there might be an issue with my liver and kidneys.
Jesus.
But here's the thing though, like in order for both of those things to fail at the same time, you got to be like putting your body through some serious shit. And you know me, like I don't smoke, I don't drink.
Yeah, I mean, from what I understand, I've only been talking to you for a few months, but I mean, you exercise, you eat 6 meals a day, high protein, all that happy horse shit.
Yeah, and I don't know what's up. So the thing is, it's really tough because obviously, because I don't know, my family's medical history or history in general, it's really hard for a doctor or a physician to identify, what your conditions can be when you're kind of shooting in the dark here.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things. I mean, I'm not too worried because I think I know part of it, like you said, could be stress.
Yeah.
But ulcers are not entirely brought on from stress. It can be a combination of other things too. But like I said, because I don't drink, because I don't do any type of drugs, I really can't foresee what they are. Like I've been online all day and on Saturday and on Sunday too, just trying to identify what it could be. But cause sometimes, doctors can sometimes be wrong.
Oh yeah, of course.
They only know what they're allowed to know. But I don't know. Like I'm trying not to freak out because last time I got freaked out, I was under for like a good week. So
yeah,
I didn't like that at all. As a matter of fact, actually, as soon as I got off the phone with you, off of Skype with you guys later tonight, I'm gonna jet over to the gym and just kind of clear my head because I'm not gonna go hard this week though. I'm gonna take it real easy. Just simple shit.
Are you gonna do weights or are you gonna like just beat the hell out of a bag?
Nah. Well, my gym's real gay when it comes to that, like beating up the bag shit.
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh, you can't kick it." I'm like, "It's a fucking bag. It's not gonna worry." So
oh, they're one of those.
Yeah,
okay.
It's like some of the guys and the girls that go there. Some of us, like one of the girls I go there with, she trains in the same camp I do.
Yeah.
But she still trains, and sometimes I let her go because I think she's a chick and she's pretty hot. But even when she like gets on the bag and starts kicking it, they let her go. But the moment one of us guys kick it, they give us like, "You can't kick the bag. It's like not good. It's against gym policy and rules." I'm like, "You're like, come on, let me just like let me do what I do."
So it's like they're basically saying, don't do a full workout because you want to keep it pretty.
Yeah, pretty much. And some of the people there, when they do like, and don't get me wrong, some people who like, it's interesting because like during a rush hour crowd, you can tell who's there to just do their workout.
Yeah.
Go to their class or whatever, and they'll get the fuck out.
Yeah.
And then you got those lollygaggers who are just there to be noticed, like the girls and guys who just want to be pretty.
Right.
They're just there like to be there. And then you got the other crowd like me who goes in after that rush hour goes out, and they go in there and they get their shit in. They go work out or do their whatever and get the fuck out.
Yeah. So
it's one of those things. And like I said, I've been off the radar with the gym on and off for a while, but I need to really just stick with it. Not so much because of the competition I'm trying to do soon, but also because, like you said, I just need to go there and fucking deal with my stress.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's understandable that, there's a common consensus where if a guy is all buff and pretty and the perfect body, he probably doesn't have a job because he has time to spend all day in the gym. But someone who's kind of well toned or maybe like a few pounds over, usually they have a job, so they don't have time to be at the gym all day.
Right.
So,
And
so I mean, in your situation, you work all day, plus you go to school, plus you're trying to start your own business. So yeah, it's hard to find
it's a lot.
time.
Yeah, like I
Yeah.
said, I mean, but see, here's the thing though. Like, it's not that I have pretty bad time management skills. It's more of like prioritizing things that's the issue, and of course that kind of goes hand in hand with procrastinating, I guess.
Right.
So, and it's always been on and off me because there will be times where I'll have like 6 months to a year straight of sheer consistency between getting up and this is all out like a military regimen, if you will.
Yeah.
And then, the following year, if one crazy bad thing happens that offsets things for me, I'm like in slums. Like after my eldest sister passed, that like put a damper on a lot of stuff for
Oh
me.
well, yeah. It's hard to.
But I didn't want anybody or myself to use that as a crutch either.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody mourns in their own way. Everybody deals with their personal issues in their own way. But at the same expense, I shouldn't be the go-to for why you're not doing something constructive with your time either.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. I think she's still online. I seen her online before you called me up, by the way. So maybe she's just kind of in the middle of something right now. But I mean, she's her online symbol is on. I see her on my screen.
Yeah.
So she's there, but she's probably just taking care of something.
Well.
But it's all good.
Well, Christina, if you're listening, you can Skype in any time. Anyone else that wants to Skype in, too, just Skype Dominic DeMarco Show. It's all one word. You know what I'm talking about. You've been to the website. Give me a break. I hate this Skype shit. I really do. This goddamn site, Spreaker, has got to get a call-in number.
They're working on it.
Oh, I hope so.
Because, there's a thing that was a Spreaker. I mean, I know they're not the only online, radio station that you or anybody like you can host their shows and stuff, but they're getting big in popularity.
Yeah.
What was it? There's a report. I forget the name of it. But it's the same people who do like the FCC like ratings for like normal radio shows. They also have independent ones for like independent internet shows like this one.
Yeah.
And they said compared to all the other ones out there like it, there's another one that's based out of the UK. That works fine over here. But they said Speakers like rated out of the top 10. They're like number 3 or 2.
Oh yeah.
So they're popular. It's just that I guess what the guy say, their popularity awareness is very low.
Yeah.
So I think that's why. So I think the more people, if they can get sponsors, if they can get non-harassing sponsors,
yeah,
that don't interrupt your show while you're on the air, I think they might be able to integrate something a little bit more, like you said, comprehensive, like a call-in number where people can just call in, and that'd be dope.
Well, if they get a call-in number, you figure a call-in number plus I can broadcast live from my site, which means no censorship, and then it integrates on Facebook and YouTube, which means more exposure, and I can do a straight hour show instead of 2 half hours. I'll subscribe to it, even though the show's not making any money. To me, that would be worth it. But
I think that would help, though. I think that would help with your exposure. Well, I mean, I do know this much. I know that your exposure on Facebook, and I don't know if you use any of the other social networking sites like Tumblr or Twitter or anything like that, but I think anytime, as long as if you link those two items to your account, anytime you do a show, I know by default it stores it, but I think there's a live feature too. Like you can actually preset your shows in advance.
Oh, I did.
So
yeah.
People can they'll chime in in advance, and then they just 8 o'clock they know to be on and listen to you.
Yeah. In fact, I tell people if they want to listen live, go to Facebook or Spreaker. Don't really go to my site because depending on what you have that you're listening on, it might not work. But the one thing I tell everybody that's number one in my opinion is go to YouTube because YouTube is flawless.
Yeah, I never tried using the live broadcast feature with YouTube.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, I know they have the option now where you can do that.
Yeah.
Now, if we like me, you, and Chris were ever to meet up somewhere, we could actually do the show live, but also stream it live too. Like I have a video camera and link it right to their current channel in live time.
Yeah.
So it's like Ustream, only not as intrusive, if you will.
Right. But,
so,
I mean, yeah. I mean, if she wants to come on, it's up to her. But if not,
she's probably just busy right now. So.
Did you guys stay on together on Skype after the show was over on Thursday?
Nah, because I think when she called in on your side. So when you hung up, it disconnected all the calls.
Oh, okay. I didn't know Skype works that way.
Yeah, wherever she chimes in, I think the way it works is whoever chimes in on the main channel line, like a three-way call, if you will, it disconnects from that main source. So she called in on your channel, not mine, on your line, not mine. That's when you hung up. It just disconnected both of us.
I got you.
So now if I was to call it back, that'd have been different, but I didn't. So
yeah.
I know your ground rules, so I got to follow them.
No. I'm throwing that out the window. I don't care what happens between whoever's on the show, because you know what? If something comes out of it where it's content for the show and it works, then fabulous. If not, then I'll take that chance.
Yeah. Well, not even then. I wouldn't dare. Like, it's just out of respect.
Okay. So. I mean, that's up to you guys. But
oh yeah, that's what I'd tell you. About Alyssa, daughter.
Oh yeah.
So it turns out it's going to be a lot harder to get the custody rights. Apparently, because Pennsylvania is a Commonwealth state, not just so much on that premise too, but the city. Oh, I'm sorry. The agencies who oversee all that type of stuff, even the courts, they're not really fond of the idea of a single guy to try to take custody of their kids by themselves.
Yeah.
Because of that stereotypical bullshit, that double standard. I think it's a double standard if you ask me, because of a girl of my age with my background, with my establishment, they can easily get her with no problem because she's a female.
Yeah.
But because, I'm a single guy, I'm not married, I don't have kids already, it would be a lot harder to get the custody of her. And I'm probably just going to have to, unfortunately, just put that in the back burner. And I said boner, didn't I? Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Just let it go. I just have to let it go, unfortunately. Like, I talked to the mother.
Yeah, and she doesn't want to budge.
No, well, no. The mother of Alyssa is not really. I wouldn't say she won't budge. It's just that she's kind of one of those. She's not really like. I don't think, in my opinion, she's not in a position to take care of her anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, she's in that stage now because she's not that much older than I am. But she's in that stage where she still thinks, she has to adore what I like to call women's hot years. Like, they still have that look where, your looks benefit you more than your experience.
Right.
And she's still in that transition where she's not over that yet. I'm not saying, because like most of Alyssa's life, it was either her grandma or, the young lady's mom was taking care of her, or the grandparent was taking care of her. So, and I wasn't in her life the whole time either.
Yeah.
So it would be really. I think if I was a little girl, I would probably be a little thrown off by all of this myself. So I'm just trying to put myself in her shoes, and also in position of the people involved. I think the only reason why I want to intervene is because I don't want another person to go through a traumatic situation for parents who just aren't fit to be parents.
Well, didn't you say she's 16?
Who?
The girl you're trying to get custody of?
No, she's 12. If I did 16, I'm 28, so do the math.
Yeah.
If she was 16, that's a little.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, she's 12. So. Oh, she'll be 12, excuse me. She'll be 12 this year.
Oh, she's not even 12 yet.
Oh, she'll be 12 in June.
Damn. Because 16's a while away, because the age of consent in Pennsylvania is 16.
Right. Now, at that point, like I said, the thing is, I'm trying to get other things in order financially, so forth and so on, like school, like I said, because since I am going to school, and I am paying for the classes outright, I could potentially take a break from it
Yeah.
I don't think because remember I'm doing this more so for my own benefit. I'm not doing it to get into a corporate job or something, or to take somebody's position as a CEO or something of that nature. Because
Right.
we all know in that lifestyle, it's not so much what you know, but who you know.
Oh, of course.
So I'm not doing it for the benefit of other businesses. I'm doing it for my own benefit. So when I do open up my own shot or spot, whatever, I have the know-how, the knowledge, all that good stuff, and the credentials to back it.
Yeah.
That's what it's for. But at any given point, I can take a break and focus on other stuff. So I'm considering doing that, taking a break from it for a while. So we'll see, though.
Yeah. So, what else did you do over the weekend besides worry about your ulcer?
I tried going out and stuff. I realized that's not the way. That's not the life for me.
Going out isn't the life for you?
No, like going out to like a couple clubs and stuff.
Is that
Like
where you went?
I'm sorry.
Is that where you went? A couple clubs?
Yeah, there were local spots though. Like I didn't. One of them I was actually invited to a mutual, I guess, friend or associate, if you will.
Yeah.
And it wasn't more of a club. It was more like a lounge, if you will.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's cool. No crazy dress code because I'm not a fan of dressing up when I go out. I don't see the fucking point.
Yeah.
But out of respect for the people who invited me, I didn't want to be rude to them. So we went there. There's a place up in Parks Casino called Mix or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a club. It's a club inside the casino.
Yeah.
Went there. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. It was all right. I didn't stay the whole time. And then later that night, we went to another club. Where the hell we were? I forgot where we were, but it was somewhere in Jersey. I don't even remember the town actually. I just know it was more of a dive bar than anything else.
Oh, okay.
But it was cool because they serve like burgers and steaks and shit. But it's like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
They're still serving shit. Obviously, they cut the alcohol thing off at 2, like everybody does. But if you're there, they have a spot where you can just go out off the property and do your thing. So it's cool. But just I don't know. It wasn't bad for the experience, but it wasn't what I like either. So.
Is the Parks Casino, is that the one on Broad Street?
No, you're thinking of Sugar House on Delaware Ave.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the other Parks is up near State Road near Ben Salem area.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, that one is it's a really nice casino.
Yeah.
I don't gamble because I'm a shitty gambler anyway. But physically, like the layout of the place is nice and opened. It's not really crowded. It's like if I had to compare it to another casino that I liked, I would say they're like the Borgata, and that place is like kind of on, or Harris, if you will. They're like all kind of on the same plateau of like how they look and how they feel.
Yeah.
So nice place. Not a bad spot. They have 6 bars in there, 3 of which are open space bars, which means like instead of going to a traditional seat at the bar, they have like lounge chairs around the bar.
Yeah.
And you can like just sit there and hang out, and they have full-fledged like tables, and they'll bring the beer or whatever you drink or food right to your table, and you can just stretch out like you're at your house and just chill out.
Wow.
It's great.
So you went to 3 clubs in one night?
Yeah.
Wow.
Mixer was one. The other one, like I said, was in Jersey, and the other one was here, still in Philly. Place called Red Sky.
Never heard of it.
A red sky or red room. I don't know. Some red something. But it's right on. Oh, it's in Old City somewhere.
So,
And
what didn't you like about it?
What I really didn't like about it was the vibe I got out of people. Like I don't know. I try to go in a place with a very neutral, open-minded type of attitude.
Yeah.
But because I know what most clubs consist of, as far as the behavior to expect, like you go there with your friends, and if there's a group of girls over there, and you're at the bar, occasionally a girl might go to you, or you might go to her, and you can't really have a conversation with a girl unless you get her a fucking drink.
Yeah.
So it's like, and I luckily enough, like nothing transpired like that in the first club. But when we got the Red Sky or the Red Room or whatever it was, that happened twice. And the first time I bought the girl a drink, the conversation didn't last for more than 3 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Like she grabbed a little fucking drink, and then skedaddled out of there. And I was like, okay, whatever. Like, so, and even when I left to go hang out with the girls and the guys that invited me out, it was still like just not for me. I literally just fell out of place. So
Well, all right. The lounge, I can understand that it's it's a lounge, so it's not hyper or anything like that. I get that why you didn't like that. What was the other club? Was it like the normal club with the loud music and all that stuff?
yeah, mix is like that. Yeah, mix is kind of like it's uppity. It's an uppity club in the sense of like loud music.
A bunch of
Yeah,
obnoxious like 20-year-olds and
it
living
was
on
a fair.
daddy's money.
No, it was a fair. I would say it's a fair demographic as far as the age group goes. I think it was like maybe the lowest was like 23, 24 if I had to ballpark it,
Okay.
and maybe the oldest person there was probably in their 30s, 35 ish.
Okay.
But most people that were there, from my impression, were either all there like their friends or there were couples there most of the time. So the only thing about that club I didn't like was, first of all, the door guys were dicks.
Oh, really?
Because obviously, because remember, like the rule of thumb is if you go with like your girlfriend or your wife or whatever, your girlfriend's the benefit is your ticket in.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So and depending on how well she looks or how awesome her outfit looks or how trashy it looks, doesn't matter. If her tits are somewhat out and her dress is somewhat nice and short but not skinky short,
Yeah.
they usually will let her in on the shrimp because everybody knows the hotter the demographic on the girls, the more money will profit based on alcohol be served. If there's a better ratio of hotter girls to, ugly broads.
Yeah, and I mean, and also they want to, get the reputation of the club up. So when you walk in, it's all pretty and flashy. There's
So
sexual appeal.
exactly, and I mean I don't think Mix is that type of a club.
Hmm.
Murmur at the Brigada, maybe yes. Blue Martini, yes. Certain clubs like that. Rumor, another one, yeah. Those type of clubs have that allure because they came off from the gate when they opened up to be like that.
Yeah.
They made it very clear that that's the type of a crowd they want to attract to their club. And if you don't fit that bill socially, unfortunately, you're not getting in.
Did you go to these clubs with any girls?
No, that was the issue with the first time. The first time we went to the first club up in Parks, I didn't like they didn't account for it. Like, 'cause usually they'll bring another girl like as if you were like, I guess a wing girl, I guess, or a wing man or something.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, like a wing girl, and and usually we establish that well before we get to the club. So I assumed they'll be fine because the guys had their dates or their friends or whatever who were posed as their date to get in. And the reason why I got in on the shrimp was because if they didn't announce that I was with them, I would have been somewhere floating around in the casino somewhere.
Yeah.
So they were done doing their thing. But luckily enough, like I said, because when I got there, the one bouncer was being a dick, and he was like, "Who you here with?" And I was like, "I'm with them." And then the one other bouncer was like, "Are you sure?" And I'm like, "Yo, did you not see me walk up with them? Like I didn't just show the
Wow.
fuck up." And I understand, like I said, I used to be a bouncer, so I know how it works, but you don't have to be a dick about it.
Yeah,
Like it's
because
fun.
they think they're hot shit because they watch the door and
Man, they
you
probably
know.
go in the fucking back room and watch fucking Roadhouse and jerk each other off.
Yeah, exactly. But
Like,
yeah, I mean, they think they're God.
yeah. And I mean, like I said, not all bouncers are bad business. I guess it depends on the club and, of course, with the manager who's running that shift that night. Because there's some bouncers who are cool,
Yeah.
but there are others who are just like, fuck, I don't know what their fucking problem is. They just want to punch something, and it's like, you need to fucking be in a different job because this is not for you. Like, this is not your gig. Like, even when I worked at the strip club, it was like, there was just too much fucking rage between the bouncers that worked there. Like, they just wanted to fuck somebody up so bad. Like, they were hoping somebody would like grab a girl's ass on the stage or something. Like, please grab her ass. Like, I have reason to choke slam you.
If the bouncers this weekend that you saw got an attitude with you, would you be able to take them down?
I could probably take one or two of them down with no problem. Yeah, but remember, the rule about bouncers is depending on who it is. If a bouncer can handle his own shit, he'll handle his own shit.
Yeah.
But if the bouncer notices that the bouncer is getting his ass kicked by one guy, they will all rush you at once.
Oh,
Like
I know. It's like a gang.
Oh yeah, and they'll fuck you up. They will fuck you up something royally before they take you out. Like,
Yeah.
so I kind of know the rules of the game. But normally, if it's a situation that a bouncer can keep under control, because there are still rules of engagement. But if it's a point where the bouncer is going to if he's getting his ass kicked or he's about to get his ass kicked, the other 3 or 4 guys would be like, they'll either A, just jump in and start fucking you up, or they'll gracefully lead you outside and then fuck you up.
Yeah.
But somebody's getting fucked up. Like, you're not going to walk away from the situation peacefully. Like, because some people just can't, they got to understand it's a profession. So,
And on that note, we're out of time. We'll be right back with part two.